For Sunday. Rain all day and then fucking snow. Did she call? Hi Cindy, how you doing?
Nope.
I get nothing from her.
Nope.
Let me tell you. You're getting the fucking off of the money for fucking
It's gonna be warm though. 11 degrees on Monday. That's gonna be fun.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It'll be all rain. And then it's gonna be freezing tonight in the morning.
It's gonna be freezing all day. Period. It's not gonna move past 11 from what I'm seeing.
And she's like, Cindy, I gotta go.
Alright, let's get this started, I guess. Oh, what the hell? Oh, I got two in here. Oh, right, I didn't do those. Okay. Okay, what's up, people? It's your boy Dark. We here, we awake, we alive, we doing things. That said, let me adjust this a little bit. Okay, that looks better on the playback. Alright, so today I intend to work on Fate Lost Belt 7, but first I'm going to do these two things quick, because I forgot to do them earlier. So, let me see here. With this Valentine event that seems to be done-ish right now. Let's see. We can go a semi, and then... Oh, yeah, right. Forgot about you. That was to fight that one other thing I was trying out. Okay. So we're gonna do this and that other one quick, and then we'll go into Lost Belt 7 and see what's going on in the land of the dinosaurs. Do 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 do. John's blessing protect us from starvation. What? Okay. Well, Semi's gonna go smash. Go get him. Case of food poisoning. Okay, let's see. The perfect cookie. Hmm. Okay, let's see how this goes. Laughs in fucking... Alright, let's do that. Okay. So then when the other one pops up, there we go. That, and then that. If anyone survives, my little goddess here will freaking deal with them. Oh, okay. Well, that was taken care of. Easy. Alright, now let me do the other bit that I forgot to do earlier. And then we'll go into the Lost Belt. Nothing but berserkers, huh? In that case, why not? Also, let me just confirm. Did I get her to Yes, I did get her to Bond 5. Okay. Let's just read her. First female point, a poetry or position, later so the story goes. A subject of debate among anti-pope and anti-Catholic factions for centuries. The 19th century, her existence was definitely disproven. As Pope gives you magical resistance EX, really. She's a little different from an actual saint. Interesting. Shunned progression. Shun the street. So they say she died in childbirth, is it? Manifest the illusional time, which you assume the papacy. Though she's a fictional character, she has manifested as a servant as the result of many, many prayers. She's well aware of her own transient nature and is so determined to leave a lasting mark on the world that she can manage to demonstrate that she was in fact here. She approves of earnest prayer, lively religious debate, and a pious, virtuous wife. Still, she can't deny quite shed her easygoing air and doesn't deny that it detracts somewhat from the gravity of her presence. After spending a bit of time with her, the vague sense that she might actually be wild and fierce will only grow stronger. She has no reservations about a friendly bit of fisticuffs. And in the name of a spirited, charitable, and all in the name of being spirited, charitable, and companionable. She doesn't think the weak should bow to the strong and is more than willing to risk her life for the weak. All of this and more explains why she's exemplar of those walking the righteous path of God, even if she is fictions. Even if she is a work of fiction, one could say she is precisely the mindset a pope should have. When a false pope is the real pope. Alright, let me see what her Bond things say before I continue on.
マスターさんですね。はい。何かは思えば機縁もあったものですね。私は長きにわたり実在していたか否かの議論が交わされていました。
It would be nice if the result of the end that led me to hear.
明るく生きるというのは結構難しいことです。目の前の苦難、背負わされる宿命、その他様々なものがあなた
I like to continue to bless you and travel with you. I'm blushing, yes you are. There's a bunch of those that are missing. Interesting.
マスターとの関係？へへん、友達。ダチコウって言うんだっけ？
BFFs, is that how you say it? No, okay.
どうしたのマスター？
Wanna pray? You wanna fight?
やっほー、生きてる？いや、最近あまりにあんまりだったから生前を考えると目まぐるしい騒動、まるでチョコレートがもたらした悪夢のよう。ラブラブハートヨハンナ。
This is after that event, huh?
枕貸してくれます？顔埋めてわーって叫ぶので生前。ねえマスター、お昼だし食事行かない？お、今のセリフなんかすっごい友達っぽくなかった？まあ確かに悪夢みたいなバレンタインだったけど、終わってみれば
Get back on my feet.
私という人間がもう一度立ち上がるために必要な儀式だったのかな。 割としょうもない出来事でもちょっと覚えて
She
い
just
て
wants
く
to
れる
borrow my pillow to fucking scream at it. Why can't you use your own pillow? God damn it.
でもたまに枕は貸してね。
What the fuck,
ま
John?
たわーって叫びに来るから。
I mean, the voice is cute. I really do like the voice acting pick for her, which is kind of hilarious given the character that she is. At least how they personified her, but I'm also like, Alright, so I don't know what the fuck all this is. It says other. Whatever the fuck other means. Figure it out sooner or later. Like I said, though, I wanted to get this thing done. Because I forgot to do this earlier. And then we'll go into Lost Belt 7. May there be an endless supply of food. Alright, do the thing. This weird gimmicky shit I see going on here. Alright, let's see. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I think I do. Alright, do the thing, John. Jana. Or Johanna, whatever the fuck you pronounce your name. Ah, you're not dead. Well, shit. I expected you to be dead. Oh, well. We can do that, and then... Yeah, sure, why not? Alright, next. Infinite pancake. Oh no. Who let fucking Abby into the kitchen again? Or even Lily Media. Who let both of them into the kitchen at the same time? I think we'll be fine though. Oh yeah. One shot, fucking dead. Okay. That's the bare minimal I need to do left. Outside of grinding things in the fucking store. Speaking of which, let me just confirm some stuff. Yeah, that does that. That's for all of them, so I'll probably be better focusing on this one. But that'll be later. And I focus more on that. I got 15 days to do that. Alright, now back into the land of the dinosaurs. Excuse me. Okay, I intend to do this section, at least. I did a little bit of it last time, which was Friday. And then again, the plan is Friday, I'll be focusing on it once more. And for now, we're heading to this observatory, I believe, to get information from this old dinosaur. Dinos thing. Also, that's the observatory. That looks like a fucking pyramid made of vines. So this is the Machalan Observatory, huh? A natural biosphere. This is more like a nature preserve than an observatory. And it's not like the rest of Machalan either. This place is straight out of the Sonoric era proper human history. I'm not surprised. The Mala has no influence here. This is where the planet's sense of touch was dispatched from the inner sea. The place where the elementals that exist in proper human history were born. So since the god fragments didn't create this part of Machalan, it makes sense that it's in an environment that it would be closer to environments you're familiar with in proper human history. So this place is Avalon? Inner Sea, you mean Avalon? Yeah. If we think of the planet as a living being, the inner sea is the place where its heart that guarantees... The inner sea is a place for its heart that's guaranteed to exist. You know about reality marbles, right? They're essentially a mage's inner world made manifest. A powerful spell that lays their own mindscape over reality, if only for a moment. Well, the planet's inner sea is like that, but for Earth. You can think of it as a reality marble the planet itself possesses. That being said, Earth is a big place, and even human hearts contain magnitudes. For example, the part of its heart that remains close to human society, or the part that has a few bones to pick with it. Avalon is just one of the several possible sides of that heart. One that prefers nature and eschews connections to human society. And shoes, huh? So elementals born in this world are essentially clones of the planet itself, right? Kukalan, a moment ago you mentioned the planet's sense of touch. These feelers are born in the planet's inner sea, make their way to the Earth's surface, and ultimately return to the inner sea. But if, for whatever reason, they're unwilling or unable to return, they become fairies, elementals, and divine spirits on the planet's surface. Yeah, though of course some fairies, elementals, and divine spirits manifest in other ways, so we can't say for sure how they come to exist. Meanwhile, there are some elementals who could only... Oh, goddamn. Who could have only been born in the planet's inner sea. These special spirits are known to be the planet's brain. Since they have hearts, why not brains too? Anyway, these elementals are born from the Earth's earliest memories, which they inherit themselves. They constantly dream about the things taking place on the planet's surface. In fact, in the Magecraft world, these beings are known as archetypes, and the one up ahead is an incredible recorder of history. So, this being knows the history of life on this planet, long before the first humans were ever born. But I've also heard that archetypes take on the form of dominant species from that age. This may be a lost belt, but we mustn't forget. A lost belt is a hypothetical alternative on proper human history. In which case, these archetypes might also be humanoid like us? I think Tapu can answer that. Right, Tapu? He used to be a researcher here, no? He did? Oh, right. I think he said that. That is correct. I am Tapu the Stargazer, you know. I've made the trip between Chichen Itza and the 7th Stratum countless times. I never heard of an archetype before, though. That must be a bit of knowledge the Cryptor brought over. Though I get the sense you've known the term for some time, Kukalan. I'm sorry. Feelings alone just aren't enough to convey the concept clearly. Man, words are perfect for this stuff. The Machalan watch over... The Milan watches over us. They keep their opinions entirely to themselves. I'm surprised that Kukulon, the teachings of the sun herself, would be bound to a rule like that. Oh well, I couldn't fail to note that Zequick isn't like the other Dinos. Though I also suspect that a Machalan archetype is different from one in proper human history. Machalan itself is already like the planets in the sea. It's closed off from both the surface and outer space, unaffected by change. For the archetype born here, it must feel positively suffocating, since she'll never get to see outside. A picture's worth 1,000 words, right? Let's keep going. You'll see what I mean once you meet her yourselves. Oh, and a word of warning. Under no circumstances should you adopt a combat stance, no matter how surprised you may be. This archetype is both highly sensitive and easily hurt. If we scare her off, she'll be useless for at least a few days. And we don't really have that time. Who's this Dinos? What's she gonna look like? What's this archetype gonna look like? Who gonna be? Doesn't look like anyone's here, though. The inside's full of water. Hello, Zequit! I brought some guests from Proper Human History here to see you. They have some questions they'd like to ask. Could you please come out now? Please try to get past your shyness. They'll find you quick enough already anyway. You're not hidden nearly as well as you think. There's a Proper Human History saying that goes, when you cover your head, don't leave your bottom exposed. Well, we see your bottom, that is your tail, quite clearly. Ah, you're so mean, big brother Tepu. I was just working up the courage is all. Okay, here goes. I'm gonna welcome our guests properly, just like a good shrine maiden would. Shrine maiden. I'll get an animated cutscene, okay. Okay, she's rising from the water. Wait, is that a Bronchiosaurus or whatever the fuck it's called? Oh, look at that. It's the long necks. Hello, everyone. It's nice to meet all of you. Thank you for coming all this way from Chichen Itza. I'm Zequit. My job is watching over Machalan's journey from here in this moon plateau. There's much I don't know about the wider world, so I might say the wrong things now and then, so please bear with me. She's huge! A Diplodorus! You're actually a Diplodorus! Fucking Da Vinci. Your species was the largest herbivore dinosaurs on Earth. Only you're even bigger than the ones from Proper Human History. You must be at least 60 meters from head to toe. This is amazing! Thank you, child of Proper Human History. You have a lovely voice, just as I thought you would. Huh? You know who I am? Did Kukulon tell you about me? Oh, goddamn yawning. Did Kukulon tell you about me? No, I saw you myself. I can see all the way to the second stratum from here, in fact. But unlike Kukulon, I couldn't hear your voices, so I never learned your names. Would you mind introducing yourselves now? Thank you. Dark, Mash, Habitrot, Da Vinci, and Nitocris. Even the sounds of your names are unlike anything found here. But they are all so beautiful. I'm glad to have had a chance to hear them myself. Thank you, Sequit. I think your name is beautiful too. So, also, I hope you don't mind, but I noticed you called Tepu Big Brother earlier. If it's not too rude, may I ask what your relationship is? Oh my. my. That you even thought to ask a question like that tells me you're getting along wonderfully, Mash. As for Big Brother Tepu's and my relationship, we're just acquaintances. We met when I first came to this observatory to study the stars. Don't take her calling me Big Brother seriously. That's just something she does. It's honestly kind of absurd. Zaquet is 6 million years old and I'm only 1,000. Even 1,000's quite a lot from where I stand. I see. So why do you refer to Tepu as your brother then, Zaquet? Because ever since we first met, he's been bossing me around. I'm something of a special Dinos, you see. Most Dinos never come here because this observatory means nothing to them. But Big Brother Tepu kept showing up a lot unannounced. A lot. He also said I was a good for nothing and a waste of space. Also a lot. I did not. Now would you please stop with the unnecessary small talk and do your job as the eye of the observatory? There, see? He's always scolding me like that just because he happens to know a lot of things. Is this one of those? Yes, he's a typical Big Brother figure who acts cold on the outside, but comes to check on her out of concern. I swear, when are you finally going to grow out of your childish nonsense? Never. You know as well as I do that I'm eternally 1 year old. What the fuck? Well, I suppose that's true, since you were born as an extension of the plant's sense of touch. You'll never grow or mature mentally. That's why you refer to me as your older brother. From your perspective, everyone will always be older than you. Alright, Doc, Da Vinci, go ahead and ask Sequit whatever you would like to know. She sees everything that happens in Machalan. So if anyone knows what David has been doing for the past year, it's her. David? You want to know about David? Yeah, we do. Do you know who he is? Oh, yes. He came here almost immediately after he first arrived in Machalan. He told me to tell him the truth about Machalan and its history, and to do so in 5 minutes because he didn't have enough time to spare on us. I knew he was a visitor for proper human history, but I didn't have any reason to refuse, so I told him what he asked for. In proper human history terms, that was exactly 1 year ago. That does match the time when the crypto first showed up. Hold on, you knew about proper human history in the Lost Belts before the crypto arrived, yes? Then why did you do what he asked? From where you stand, anyone from proper human history would be an outsider. I mean invader. Good question. As an archetype, I was aware Machalan is not Earth's true environment. I could also foresee that David would use the knowledge he gained from me to form the Ashamet and begin hunting Dinos. That's very sad, of course, but it was still no reason to refuse him. Everyone has different worldviews, principles, and values. No two people think exactly the same. And researching true mutual understanding almost never happens. Yes. That's why everyone must be treated equally. We all know it's wrong to discourage other people's other people's time, ideals, and lives just because they live far away. Or because you never met them. Or you have no connection to them, or it won't be to your benefit. This is the code of ethics for dealing with life we Dinos have arrived at over a very, very long time ago. We don't discriminate, either positively or negatively, towards anyone, regardless of how strong or weak they might be. Dinos treat all forms of life equally. After all, a society where only special people are given special treatment would simply be wrong, wouldn't it? As I thought. It seems she's deeply impressed, Mash. Yes, Zakut complied with David's demands, which is why she'll do the same for you now. Now, let's get down to business. What has David been doing, and what is he planning next? There's no need to discuss anything else. It's not like you to be so impatient, Big Brother Tapu. If you want to know David's objective, then you should also know what he asked me. Isn't that how you would normally approach things like this? Good point. The information is definitely crucial, and I'm also very interested in hearing it. Is something wrong, Tapu? You've been growing reckless. You've been growing reckless ever since we got here. Have I? I suppose I have. I must have gotten worked up after I realized over being worked up than I realized. I must have gotten worked up more than I realized over being back in the observatory after such a long time. That's a weird way to fucking script that, but alright. Alright. I'll leave the questioning to you, Da Vinci. In the meantime, I'll prepare the Popo ritual. Popo ritual? What the fuck? I don't think he irritates so much as he's suffering. Ritual? Alright, I guess I'll handle the questions then. You said David asked you to tell him the truth about Machala and its history, right? Our understanding is this lost belt began when the dinosaurs became the dominant species. No, that's not exactly right. It began with the fifth of the Big Five, the meteorite collision that wiped out nearly all life on the Earth's surface. Afterwards, the ferment-like alien life forms that came here on the meteorite restored the land after everything had burned down. Then they chose the dinosaurs to serve as their hosts and used them to create Machalan. That's our current working theory anyway. Are we on the right track? Whoa, you're too precious, Da Vinci. I'm amazed you've been thinking about things that happened in the time long before. Anyway, yes, that's all correct. Well, some of the final details differ a little. In proper human history, the Flamets came to Earth on the meteorite that crashed in the Yucatan Peninsula 66 million years ago, at the end of the Centaurus period. But in this lost belt, the meteorite crashed here with them about 300 million years ago, at the end of the Carboniferous period. The Flaments that came here from outer space and ended up stranded here are called Milan in our native tongue. When they first landed, they used a network of plant roots to stabilize the supercontinent of Pangaea and kept it from breaking up into smaller continents. So this lost belt actually started 300 million years ago, back when Pangaea still existed. 300 million years ago? Before even the third of the Big Five took place? Oh wait, so that's why Dark was talking about the Carboniferous period before. Okay, that makes a lot start to add up. In proper human history, 95% of the Plesioic era aquatic life went extinct during the transition from the Pyramid period to the Jurassic period. That was when the dinosaurs stepped in as the dominant life form, since they were better suited for the environment. After that, Pangaea split apart into the Lazurian continent to the north and the Gowanda continent to the south, which scattered dinosaurs all across the world. But if Pangaea hadn't fractured, then the Dinos' paradise would have been much greater opportunity to flourish. Yeah. As long as the dinosaurs remained at the top of the food chain, there would be no chance for mammals to evolve into intelligent life. So that's how Machalan began. How the Milan's early arrival changed the world so dramatically. But what about the fourth extinction event at the end of the Triassic period, and the meteorite that crashed in the Yucatan at the end of the Centaurus period? Wouldn't either of those have prevented this lost belt from occurring? I don't know about the fourth and fifth extinction events from proper human history, but Machalan did have a fourth one. It was 66 million years ago, at the end of Centaurus period. The same time as the fifth event in proper human history. The Yucatan Peninsula meteorite. Once again, the meteorite collided with this planet, burning everything on the surface and threatening the Dinos with extinction. That's when the Milan came to the rescue. The Milan foresaw the meteorite's impact and built a shelter deep underground. Then they collected all the energy on the surface of the Earth and redirected to a subterranean paradise. All the heat and energy that would have otherwise gone into restoring the surface over the next million years went into creating Biosphere 3. The result is the Machalan we have today. So that's why the surface is still, everything is fucking volcanic. Interesting. Since then, and for the last 66 million years, Machalan had been a world for the Dinos. I can barely imagine timelines past a few thousand years, let alone millions. Yeah, this stuff is all way above my head. I'll have to have Mash give me a very short summary later. I see. So that's why the surface was still post-apocalyptic. The seas were dried up, volcanic activity was out of control, the skies above were dense with thunderclouds. It's all because the energy that would have normally gone into letting nature take its course went to Machalan instead. So here, over the course of 100 million years, the Milan gained control over Earth's surface. But that would have never happened in proper human history. In proper human history, the meteorite that carried the Milan was the one responsible for the fifth extinction event that happened 66 billion years ago. The meteorite wiped out the dinosaurs and caused huge changes in the Earth's ecosystems. That led to mammals taking over. And over the next 40 million years, humans' ancestors were born. The Milan had their fibers full, maintaining their own environment, and so by becoming part of Mesoamerica's myth, they chose to coexist with its people. The Milan might have been the Dinos' saviors, but it sounds like it's a little more complicated for the Earth as a whole. I mean, they basically took a significant portion of Earth and fashioned it into a home for themselves. It's an archetype. What do you think about that? Does it feel like you were robbed or something? What, like, curse you, you damn invaders? Not at all. This planet seemed to be quite happy as long as its life is flourishing, regardless of what life it takes. Besides, if we're talking about invaders, there's one that label fits much better. In fact, the invader was the impetus behind Machalan's creation. In proper human history, the Milan were responsible for the IF's fifth major extinction event, and created the Yucatan Peninsula's mythological world. But in our last belt, something else was responsible for our third major extinction event, a meteorite that burrowed its way deep below Machalan. Unlike the Milan, it was an invader that arrived 66 million years earlier than it should have, owing to a slight deviation in its course. A planet-eating monster that came here from the Oort cloud in the far reaches of the solar system. ORT. So it came from the Oort cloud? So that's where ORT comes from. It'd be nice if someone made a timeline to help me keep track of all this. So ORT came to Machalan early, but that would mean the Dinos should never have prospered to the extent they had. Wait, I got it. OTR must have died on impact. That's why no one could find it no matter how hard they looked. And no one's ever seen it because it was already dead. Oh no, OTR went on quite the rampage after it arrived. It actually completely destroyed Machalan once. You're kidding me! Oh man, I was completely off again. But then, how in the world did the Dinos survive? Please tell us a quick... Oh no. Oh no, you're adorably smart, Da Vinci. That guess was almost entirely correct. ORT did die when it fell to Earth. It just didn't die the same way that most living things do. 60 million years after ORT first fell to Machalan and ceased to function, it suddenly began to function again just when the Dinos finally arrived at their ethical approach to dealing with life. This was our world's fourth major extinction event. It was also when Earth gave birth to me. And so, all life in Machalan banded together to defeat ORT, and they succeeded. At the end. Even though ORT was defeated, it didn't fully die, does it? So, this world did already have its fourth major extinction event. That must mean the ORT attack Dark and Mash saw in Mexico City will be the fifth. I see. Now I understand. Mash, would you summarize all that for us? Yes, gladly. It'd be too confusing to cross-reference Machalan's history with proper human history. So I'll just make a timeline for this Lost Belt alone. Machalan's history. 300 million years ago, the Lost Belt began. The Milan fell to Pangaea on a meteorite and stabilized it with a network of plant roots. For the next 100 million years, Earth is a paradise ruled by the dinosaurs. 66 million years ago, the third massive extinction event. The Milan detected a meteorite, ORT, heading towards the Earth. The Milan created the Machalan Underground, along with an artificial sun. So I think that's wrong. They evacuate all life from the surface to Machalan. The meteorite ORT punches through the surface to land in Machalan, embedding itself in the lowest stratum. The impact causes it to stop functioning. 20 million years ago. Machalan is thriving. Proconsul, a precursor of humanity, are born in Machalan as well. 6 million years ago, the fourth massive extinction event. ORT reactivates. Quick is born, ORT is shut down. 1 year ago, proper human history, culture leak. The Cryptor leads a cultural invasion, which the Dinos welcome. So I'm guessing the red ones are wrong? Now I see. Great work, Nash. That was all very clear. Oh no, compared to Sequit, I might as well be minuscule Kirillite. So, what was with the parts marked in red? Oh, Sequit added those. She said they were very important. Interesting. Okay, now I get a full picture. It's clear that ORT does exist and still a threat. No wonder David asked you about all this. Now we're both on equal footing in terms of Oh no, I didn't tell David any of this. I was going to, but he said he didn't need to hear it because he already figured it out himself. What? Hang in there, Da Vinci! Then what did David ask you? The location of ORT's remains? No, he asked me if the sun had ever gone out. Huh? As in Machalan's artificial sun? Why would he want to know if it ever gone out before? It must have to do with the Oshamalet's belief that human sacrifices can revive the sun. Now I see. I thought it was just a recreation of the Aztec mythology that Tez spread here. But if the sun really has gone out before, that would definitely explain the Oshamet's religious fever. Tapu even told us that once that Machalan's sun went into a hibernation of sorts for a time. So what did you tell him, Zaquit? The truth, of course. I told him that 6 million years ago, the sun disappeared around the time ORT resumed functioning. And I told him that was when Khan's kingdom, the non-Dino civilization that was flourishing at the time, died out. Wait, that was a non-Dino civilization? Really? Huh? Hold up. Kalan wasn't a Dinos nation? This is the first time I'm hearing about that! So you're saying that a long time ago, there used to be another non-Dino civilization here besides Mexico City? That's right. That's why I added the part in red about Proconsul being born earlier. So there were humans in this Lost Belt? Outside of what David created? For 100,000 years. A human kingdom flourished in Machallan too. Hey, what's up, Mass Attack? Well, right now we're learning lore about this Lost Belt. Apparently a bunch of shit was different. And apparently there was a human kingdom in Machallan before David showed up. And that was Kalan, which explains the skeletons. We learned a bunch of shit. In fact, here's a summary as I can just scroll back here. Enough. So, it all began 300 million years ago when a meteorite that was representing the third out of the 5 extinction events that happened before, humanity, came a bit early, and that brought the Milan, which are those plant parasite things that we talked about, alien plant parasite things. And they prevented the fall of Pangea by spreading their roots and keeping the place intact. And then for 100 million years after that, the Earth is a paradise ruled by the dinosaurs. And then 66 million years ago, when the fifth event in our time happened, they had the third, and it was another meteor. And apparently that meteor was ORT, the fucking planet-eating motherfucker that apparently came from an Oort cloud. Yes, apparently this thing came from the Oort cloud, if you know what that is. So the Milan detected this meteor coming, and so they decided to create Machallan as an underground bunker, along with an artificial sun, and they evacuated all life to the surface. But then the meteor that is ORT punches through the surface into the land of Machallan and is on the bottom of the stratums. And then it just kind of died. But apparently, because of how ORT works, it can die, but it doesn't stay dead. So 20 million years ago, Machallan is thriving. Apparently humans are born in Machallan as well around this time, which is what she's just explaining now. Apparently humans did exist in this Lost Belt before David came and was like, I'ma create the Oshmalet. And then 6 million years ago, the fourth massive extinction event begins. ORT wakes up. This archetype, which is the giant dinosaur before us, Aquet, is born. And apparently all of Dino's kind rose up to fight ORT, and they beat the shit out of ORT. But apparently during this massive extinction event, the humans that did exist in this timeline fucking died. Mind blown. I know, right? And that's more or less what she's explaining right now. So apparently there were humans in this Lost Belt, which is interesting. I'm like, that explains the skeletons that Batman summoned to fight me, because they said that they represented that kingdom. But I'm like, there was a human society here. Interesting. And also, apparently, the sun blacked out around the time that ORT reactivated. So I'm thinking that when the sun goes out is when this motherfucker comes back to life. Because it seemed to happen at the same time. That was that whole fucking whatever period of darkness that happened. And everything kind of went to shit. So, it's a very interesting time. Very interesting lore. For 100,000 years, a human kingdom flourished in Machalan too. They were much weaker than the Dinos, but they had a great talent for engineering. Towards the end of the kingdom's life, they built a flying ship very similar to your Stormboarder. They produced aircraft? That ship is the only reason Machalan was able to fight back against ORT. Humans made airship, and that's why they were able to fight the fucking monstrosity. Wow. Kalan's soldiers have accepted modifications to their bodies, which made them invulnerable. They fought to the last warrior. It was their efforts that drove ORT down to the bottom stratum. So all of Dinos kind united to fight ORT, but it was the human kingdom which is the reason why they're alive. Interesting. ORT sunk into a sea of magma, and Machalan regained the light it had lost. But the cost of victory was the entire kingdom of Kalan. Now the remains of one of their cities has been repurposed in Chichen Itza. Not many Dinos know that, though. Big Brother Tepu is probably the only one. And only because he figured it out on his own. Humanity 1, Dino 0, right? I mean, at least they had the collective balls to fight against the apocalypse. I do appreciate that. So that's the Khan soldier story, huh? And here's the flashback of that shit. That explains the skeletons. So those soldiers enhanced their bodies to last for 6 million years. And now they stay intact even in death. No wonder those dead spirits were so tired and full of regret. Zakak, did no one in Khan survive? Was everyone was every last one of them really wiped out? Oh no. One of them is still alive to this day. The King of Khan, who dealt ORT the finishing blow 6 million years ago after losing all of his people, is alive today. His modified body ended up so strong that he was no longer able to die. In the 6 million years since, he went insane and began to fly around the underworld, a bat of death. He's still out there, even now. Are you telling me Batman? Batman is the fucking King of Khan. Wow, okay. Fucking Batman? Really? Wow, I mean, yeah, he got insane, but holy shit, Batman? Really? Well, that explains why he's here, but damn! That brave king's name is Kamazoted, the maddening king who continues to search for the people of Kalan, though they no longer exist. Damn! Batman! Holy shit! The only survivor of that battle 6 million years ago. Went fucking insane. Ah! Well, isn't that something? Alright, let's see. We're fighting a berserker for some reason, so... I don't know what I'm fighting, but we're going with Nito. And then I think I'll use you and Cuckoo and Abby, because again, I don't know what the hell I'm fighting. I don't know if it's a single target or not. Now I'll throw Berserk a lot in the back there. Let's go with Guts. Not that one. Okay. Then, again, I don't know what the fuck I'm fighting. But all you peoples are getting some fucking... Oh, that's not gonna be enough. Actually, let me do that. And then... I mean, I think it was because he forgot their names. That's what he was going on about. He's just like, do you remember all their names? And I think he's pissed off because he can't fucking remember the people that he commanded. That's what I'm getting at anyway, now learning this new information. Which is like, yo, that's fucking crazy. Guess that would make most people insane. I mean, literally fighting through the fucking apocalypse does that to people, but damn. Of course it's too much, so... yeah, we'll go with that one for now. I don't know what I'm fighting, but I'm prepared for both single and multiple foes. Oh, looks like I'm just getting thrown into the battle right away. Okay. What am I fighting? What am I fighting? Jungle people, okay. Damn. Alright, do the thing, Hokusai. Ah, another one survived, huh? Yes, I know you have invulnerability, but you know what? Don't matter to me, because now it is gone. Lament for no reason, huh? Oh yeah. Absolutely wrecked. More mindless dinos. Well, in this case... I think I'm going to use that. I would use Abby's thing, but if they're still immortal, it's kind of pointless. Let's see if I can inflict the death. Ah, I got death on the one. The strong one, too. Nice. Good job, Nito. Alright, Abby. You dead.
冥界ツアーへご案内？なんでもありません。
It's going to be a little longer before I can show you what David is up to. Would you mind waiting outside? Oh, then, could I ask you to neutralize the mindless dinos wandering around the dome? Is that literally just a fight we just had? The scent of the magne in Polek we use in the ritual tends to attract them, you see. Is that why we were outside beating the shit out of people? You had to have that in a flashback? Okay, we finished chasing all the mindless dinos that were in the dome back to the jungle around the base. Now we just have to wait for Tepu. The fuck, where did this come from? Ah, I see. Now we just have to wait for Tepu to come to let us know that when Zaquak is ready. Gotcha. I guess I'll just go take a little break in the shade. I want to make sure I have everything we learned straight. I'm gonna go back to my base form too. I've been out a lot lately. I should try to conserve magical energy. Sounds like you can all use a little break. Since we have a lovely lake right here, would you like to go swimming? Can you breathe underwater too, Cuckoo? Huh? Why would you even ask? Of course I can. On land, underwater, in outer space, I'm fine everywhere. Cuckoo doesn't need oxygen to breathe. In fact, probably doesn't breathe at all, just exists. How nice. What about you, Nito Chris? You probably went swimming in the Huh? Oh, Nito Chris went back up to the dome. There was something she wanted to ask Zaquik. I see. Zaquik is really knowledgeable, so I'm sure she'll get the answer she's looking for. Oh, speaking of Zaquik, that reminds me. Using proper human history terms, do you think, Tepu and Zaquik are married or lovers or something along those lines? Oh my, got a bit of the curious side, did you, huh, Mash? Do you really want to know? Oh, I don't mean anything about it, I was just thinking it'd be nice if that was the case. Oh, I agree, it would be. But those two will always just be friends. As much as Zaquik may look like a Dinos, the truth is, she isn't. She'll never be able to live among peers, be involved with them, or be freed from her duties. Her job is to look over, supervise all of Machalan. It has been that way since she was born, and will continue to be so until she dies. She'll never be able to leave Metazala, no matter what. At first, Tepu refused to accept that, and he looked for a way to free Zaquik. But it was no use. Before, I couldn't imagine why he chose to move to the first stratum on his own. But now that I have a human form, I think I understand. Knowing that he failed to save Zaquik, Tepu couldn't allow himself a happy life. So he moved all the way to the edge of the world to be alone. There, he studied the concept of death as a way to punish himself. The concept of death? Why? It's not my place to say. Not while my own maidenly heart is still actively maturing. Growing up. Speaking of which, Kukalan, there's something else we've been wondering about. Did you always look the way you do now? The Dinos are Machalan's dominant species. Since you're their god, shouldn't you look like one yourself? That got triggered. Are you saying that I lack common sense? Just kidding. Don't worry, I'm not mad. I still don't really get common sense or feelings, but at least I know they're important. Anyway, yes, I'm a god, and I did originate here in Machalan. But this form is something I only recently gained. Before that, I was just the teachings of the sun. A wind only the Dinos could sense. So you were just the wind? Hey, what's up, Shadow? Biz? My everything. A year ago, when knowledge of proper human history first came to Machalan, we learned of gods. And that's when the sound Kukalan formed the name of a god. That was the instance in which I gained this form. So literally, David is the reason you have this form, basically. Cool. Because before that, you were just with the wind. Interesting. All of a sudden, things that couldn't be seen had a shape. Things that could only be sensed could now be spoken as a fact. For us, the shock was big enough to rock the world to its foundations. Gods can only be born from intelligent humanoid beings, so that's what we should be too. And just like that, I was tossed down into Chichen Itza. Stark naked! Naked? I mean, you did mention that. Yes. At the time, I didn't have any emotions, so I just started to talking to the priests as I was. It wasn't long before I realized I didn't feel quite right. And then I might be doing something inappropriate, which is why, what was it, Waka-chan who said, "Yo, Kukulan, why are you wearing clothes? You used to run around naked. What's up with that?" Goddamn human emotions. Preventing me from fucking seeing Kukulan naked without trying to convince her to get naked. God damn it, David. You ruined all the fun. That's fucking She's a free spirit. More like she didn't understand things. God damn it. So I absorbed all of proper human history's common sense in one go, then stole some clothes from the Dino standing closest to me. Which was Tepu, by the way. Fucking stole Tepu's clothes. Oh, god damn it. He already retired to the first stratum by that point, but he always listened to me closely back when we were just the wind. And right from there, you ran straight into Mexico high fashion, huh? I'm trying really hard to forget the whole thing, so please don't tell Tepu about that. Anyway, that's how I ended up in human form. One based off the Kukulan from proper human history. Just her ass. Possibly, or maybe because, you know, she knows it's a style in human history, too. She's like, ooh, that's cute. I don't know. I don't see Tepu wearing these types of clothes, though. I think this is just clothes she took when she was in Mexico City, because it kind of matches the aesthetic. It's a little weird, but it is what it is. Let's see. Sequix, an archetype who forever remain mentally 1 year old. I'm a god, and I'm actually just 1 year old. In sentient form, yeah. We have the 6 million year old dinosaur, that's an archetype that'll forever be 1 year old. And then we have Kukulan, who is 1 year old. God damn the jail baiting. After that, I found that snot-nosed brat, young Tez, riding a dinosaur and playing king near Chichen Itza, and I made him its actual king. And then I ran off to Mexico City to spend all my time having fun and experiencing all the latest culture, yes. So, The last part is, I neglected my godly duties and just had fun. I see. So you wanted to try life in the big city. I can certainly understand that. If I had been in your position, I could see myself sneaking out of Kaldane Base and paying a visit to the nearest town of Ushara myself. But, never mind that now. Putting aside everything you told us, it sounds like you're not actually a Dinos god. Instead, you were born from Milan, the challenge creators, and you serve as their representative. Does that mean you're actually Archetype Machallan, then? You know, if we consider a meteorite a planet too, I guess it could have a mind of its... How does that make sense? But alright. That's right. Which is why Zaquick and I get along so very well. So you're an Archetype as well. Interesting. She's basically Archetype Meta-Earth. So... she also knows what it's like to fail to become the archetype you wanted to be. Meta-Earth. Alright, we got a smoke effect, or reflect water. Interesting. Let's see. Do you want to know how Kamazota turned servants into guardians of the underworld? Yes, a command spell alone cannot have been able to cause complete alteration. There must be something more to it. Some sort of secret or ritual that transforms their very existence and binds their life force. Zaquick. Zaquick, you said you observed everything that's ever taken place in Machallan. So if anyone can answer my question, it's you. What did Cosmozorda do to them? How can I become a guardian of the underworld myself? Oh. I see. So you'll think you'll need to do the same. Alright, I'll tell you what I saw. I'll tell you how those proper human history heroic spirits, each of whom already had their own underworld to begin with, were assigned to the levels of the underworld, and became altar gods of Machallan. So is that how Nito's gonna become altar? Interesting. I'm feeling a little dizzy. What is this? Thank you for waiting, everyone. I'm ready to begin the Popo ritual, whatever the fuck that means. Normally, I could see everything from Machallan's second strand to its eighth, but David has been the exception. Whenever I tried to observe him from here, all I would see is a deep darkness. He was there, yet not there. Present, yet unseeable. It was like observing an empty cavern with an extremely low atomic density, completely devoid of matter. A cavern devoid of matter, like the super voids found in the large-scale structures of the universe? Does that mean David is wearing some kind of filter that makes him normally visible when he's in front of you, but also cloaks him in darkness when viewed from a distance? So, even as an observer, I haven't been able to witness his actions. The only one who knows what David has been up to, are David himself and Machallan's old time. So to answer your question, I'm going to have you view that time itself. This scent is the Popol, a ritual that connects your minds to Machallan's. Oh yay, we're going to get a psychedelic fucking acid trip from the planet itself. Let's go. I've said to begin from Michizata 1 year ago. Please close your eyes and let your body feel the intoxication. Let's go! We're having an acid trip! With this ritual, to the maximum extent possible, you should be able to miraculously experience everything David did in that year since he spoke with me. Let's go, acid trip! So the sun disappeared, but it returned to Milchalin's sky 100,000 years later. Impressive. I didn't think the Milan would take such extreme measures. There's no logical reason to favor this underground world so heavily, so they're clearly not operating on logic anymore. I guess this is their way of apologizing to all the life forms they let go extinct in proper human history. Thank you, Zaquat. Is there anything you need? If there is, I'll get it for you. No? Then this is goodbye. I repaired the Solace. You should hire some small dinos to maintain it, or it'll eventually fall apart again. The Solace? Whatever the fuck that is. So, you're the Cryptor, and I see you're all alone! Did you really think you could cross this fourth underworld and Machalin's space tree all by yourself without so much as a guide? Yes, exactly! That's exactly how a human should be! There's nothing better or more fitting than being alone! When you're alone, you don't have to protect anyone else. As long as you're strong, you don't need to care about anyone either! But you should curse me! You should loathe Machalin! For as long as I, Cosmosota, am here, no one will reach the ninth stratum! Ah, so that's when he used the command spell. Because I know he had one missing. Puff, puff, exhale. Did you want to keep going, Cosmosota? I got 2 more of those in me. No, let's end it here. Your blood is absolutely revolting. Only a hero can defeat a hero. And I admit it, you do have the right to enter Kala Kumol, or however the fuck you say it. But I won't let you enter for free, Crypto David Zemvoid. I want to know about your mythology. Tell me... Tell me all about it. So, did he use a command spell on himself? That definitely means he's not human. Is he a fucking Interesting. The fuck is David? Tell me all about it. I'm a creature of Machalin, of a mythology that defeated ORT 6 million years ago, and that everyone's forgotten today. Proper human history mythology, Lost Belt mythology. I don't care which one is superior, I just want to know about them. I want to know if I existed in your world too. So that's when you learned about the whole god of death shit. Oh, look, the roots. So, this is it. I finally made it. As I thought, ORT is dead, but only because it ran out of fuel. If I use a lot of high-quality magical circuits to close its wounds, it'll start up again in no time. Still, Zaquuk said that cosmic rays emitted from the bottom stratum would stop in a year, which would then be followed by a period of underworld pilgrimage. I won't be able to come here again for another year. I need to use that time to make sure I'm ready. I guess I better summon a servant. Lost Belt or not, this is still Machalin. There should be more than enough in the way of a catalyst. Even if I don't count as part of humanity, I can still summon a servant with power of the land itself. A servant who responds my call, who is unconcerned with good or evil, and who only approves of war. I got it. You'll be the one to help me, Almighty Tez. It is true, God, Tez does not give a shit about good or evil, he just cares about war. Oh man, I can't believe it. You actually made a human body to possess just to answer that guy's summons. Is he really that interesting? Looks like you and I are both still way too lenient in our tactical judgments. Well, whatever. If you're gonna back that guy, then I'll back my own allies. Whichever one of us survives will be down to luck. See you later, Black Tez. Good luck using knowledge from proper human history to become supreme in Machallan. Hey there, brother. How do you like my Mexico City? It's actually got a different name, but this is 2019. If you're gonna say it out loud, it's better to go with the most recent one. The name may be new, but it still looks like an ancient Aztec city. Why didn't you make any modern buildings? That was the one thing she refused to compromise on. That's her big brother. Who am I to say no? Anyway, the Oshlet are all set to go. Though they'll still need firearms to kill Dinos. Right now, I'm just leasing some from Koyans. Though it won't take me long to spin up my own production line. I'll make sure all the Oshlet have the latest in weapons technology. If something can be done, you can do it, Almighty God. Almighty God indeed. And the only thing you're missing is a rival. I'm sorry I couldn't chain summon Quetzal Cartel when I was at it. Was that supposed to be a joke? Knock it off. You know it'll be all-out war if Lady Birdbrain was here. But hey, at least I found someone else I can enjoy playing with in the meantime. Machallan Maid Kukulan. David, I created an underground path to ORT. You can use Dino's hearts to supply it with energy. In a year, its wounds will be more than closed up. I also made my last candidate. I'll have him turn into me over the course of the next year. So, he'll be the Tez in a year's time. Understood. Make sure you train him well in both body and mind. We'll need a clear will and a strong ideology if we're going to give ORT orders. So we will spend this year furthering our goal of destroying the planet and erasing any trace of humankind. What about the other cryptors? Isn't your plan at odds with the foreign god's goals? I don't care. If Woodim wins, the other Lost Belts will just disappear, us with them. So if there's no issue with that, I'm here to fulfill my obligations, nothing more. If you have any objections, now's the time to voice them, Tez. It's not too late to change the plan. Objections? Hardly. Your idea is awesome. I always wanted to see the end of an entire planet. Alright, Sam. We'll have our very own war, annihilation, and banquet to begin. Let's get started. So he really does plan on blowing up the fucking planet, huh? And that's why they're sacrificing Dino's hearts, because they're using it to fucking fuel ORT! The bastard! Well, shit. Okay, let's just make sure we all saw the same thing there. I saw David make an underground pilgrimage all on his own, finding ORT's body in Machallan's bottom stratum. I saw him talking to Tez about using Dino's hearts to reactivate ORT. And I saw him planning to go back down to the bottom stratum and just do that in 1 year's time. Which would be now. Same. He doesn't just want to destroy Machallan, he wants to destroy all of Earth. The poisonous gas that fills the 8th and 9th bottom stratum disappears once a year for just a few days at a time. Last year, David managed to complete an underground pilgrimage during those scant few days, and now that time is approaching again. It seems that if we don't stop his second pilgrimage, Machallan will completely collapse, and proper human history will disappear along with the entire planet. But why would he do something like that? If he destroys Earth, he'll die with it! Not necessarily, because if he isn't human and possibly an alien... Yeah, the ritual didn't reveal why he's doing this. Yeah, that's not a problem I think we could be ignoring either. We should be ignoring. You know what he's doing. We know what he's doing, what his goal is, and what we need to do to stop him. That's a big step in the right direction. But at some point, we're gonna have to answer why he wants to destroy the Earth in the first place. Be that as it may, right now stopping David is our top priority. Kukulon, Zaquit, when will the poisonous gas in the 8th stratum clear? Kukulon? I think she was having a phone call. Yes? I'm sorry, I was just a little lost in thought. I'm afraid I can't tell you the exact time the gas will dissipate. I can only say that it'll happen in the next few days. That's okay. That's enough. Okay, we know David has only one command spell left. He used one in this battle with Kamazota, and another to activate Tez's Noble Phantasm in Mexico City. He probably means to use the last one to revive ORT. If we let him reach the bottom stratum again, it's over. Fortunately, the underworld is still closed off. And I'm sure the Dinos will help us once we explain the situation to them. If they help us to invade Mexico City, we can capture David and stop him from reviving ORT. I agree. As long as we can convince the King of Dinosaurs, I'm sure they'll help us. This doesn't just concern proper human history. This is a battle to protect humanity, with Earth itself at stake. So you want to stop David and save humanity. You're very brave to go up against someone who fought Cosmozota to a standstill. But there's no point in that if it gets you killed. Why not go back to Chichen Itza and wait to see what happens, instead of risking your own necks? Maybe David will fail. Maybe ORT will never wake up. And even if the world is destroyed, it won't be your fault. So why not relax and enjoy yourselves? I'm afraid we can't do that. If we don't protect the world... But isn't the destruction of worlds natural? We don't fight amongst ourselves. We don't struggle against how things are. We simply go with the flow, as you say. And that's how we were able to live peacefully for 66 million years. If the world is destroyed, it just means its time has come. I don't think humans have any right to interfere. Don't you agree, Big Brother Tepu? Fighting to protect the world just because you don't want to die is just selfish. Even wrong, isn't it? Even if the world is destroyed and all life dies out, that's not a tragedy. It's just the natural order of things. All life is equal. No living thing is worth more than any other. Death comes for everything eventually, and nothing deserves preferential treatment. So no matter what happens or who dies, there's no need for such intense grief. As living beings, fighting out of a desire to protect someone or something is fundamentally wrong. Interesting philosophy there. So the Dinos see that fighting for a desire to protect something or someone is fundamentally wrong because it goes against the natural order of things. What she's saying makes sense, but... Huh? That's strange. I was trying to cheer you all up, but it looks like I did the opposite. I'm sorry. I wish that had gone better. Oh, but you really don't need to worry about this too much. Even if David doesn't wake ORT up, it won't be long before Machallan ends anyway. Are we finally going to address that? Huh? What was that, Sequit? Huh? Did you not tell them, Big Brother Tepu? Machallan's sun will soon reach critical mass. It'll explode and wipe us all out after 10 more cycles. Machallan's destruction's gonna happen no matter what. Every Dinos knows this. So the sun's going to explode? That's what okay. So this world is going to die no matter what. It's just either ORT kills everyone and eats the planet, or the sun explodes. So either way, this world is fucked. Interesting. Oh, we got a fragment. Oh, is this what happens? Let's see. Fragment 3, what happens? Let's see. Might as well do the fragment bit. Aha! This is Vokum's traitorous little shit. Come out, Oshamet. I know you're hiding there. Dino senses are nothing like you apes. Even alone, I could crush all 6 of you in an instant. So you came alone, as promised. Very well, Priest Volcub. I'll honor your request. Stand back, soldiers. We're going to talk, king to king. You didn't sense him, did you? What's wrong? Is it too soon to call you a king? Or are you still not really sure to go through with this? It's still not ready. No, it's just that. It's not that. I am a king. I'm the best king that Dinos could hope for. I can't trust Kukalan or the king of dinosaurs. She chose to lead us. The Dinos are Machallan's superior species. We are the very ideal version of humanity created by the Malan. You oscillate monkeys, on the other hand, are a lower form of life that doesn't enjoy any of the Malan's protections. Normally, even considering a discussion like this would be utterly absurd. But if your objective is truly to prolong Machallan's life, then I'm willing to be a little absurd. Itzkala, King of the Oshamet, if you and your people can truly save our sun, then I'll give you the Solar Sun Joram, Chichen Itza, and Proper Human History ship. How does that sound? Give them to us? You mean you want us to get rid of them? And of course we will. Machallan doesn't need 2 capital cities. We'll let a few Dinos live, but we will destroy Chichen Itza. That's a relic of the Kalin Kingdom, an embodiment of the wisdom we lower life forms had to draw on just to survive. You Dinos want for nothing. You have everything, so you have no right to that. Fine. I'll make up a reason to send the warriors into the plains. The rest will be up to you. Take the chance to destroy the ramparts and reach the altar. But what about the Proper Human History ship? Can you carry it yourselves? That won't be necessary. We'll destroy it where it sits. If we're going up against Proper Human History, Talek will join us. It seems that the Master of Chaldea is absent now. Too bad. I would have liked to obliterate his ship right in front of him. So Black Panther is going to do a thing. Oh, fun! So we're going to have the Oshamet attack Chichen Itza now. That's going to be great. Sage's hideout. Another fragment. Alright, I'm going to do this. Because after this, I'm done. So that bastard Vokum really is letting the goddamn Oshamet attack the city. Back in Tapu's house. Ah, Rasputin! You're Olga, Marie, you guys are still here. Interesting. Returning to Tapu's hermitage was an excellent idea. Nobody will find us here, and we have easy access to the surface whenever we require it. Even were Machalan to collapse, we'd be in no danger after we depart this lost belt. We do need to ensure that no future in which ORT destroys Earth doesn't come to pass. But if that time comes, he and I will do whatever it takes to stop it. Afterwards, you can fuse with ORT at your leisure. For the moment, you need only remain here, heal your wounds, and wait to see how things unfold. He and I, you have another person? I don't need your advice, Rasputin. I was already planning to do that. I still haven't fully regained my memories, but I know what I am now. The only enemies in this lost belt who actually threaten me are Kukalan, ORT, and Kazmazota. I'm sure. He's whatever that was born in this lost belt. Whatever that fucking means. Whatever that name is. I suggest letting Chaldea take care of him. Knowing Dark, he will ultimately win against the God of Death. Not without significant casualties, of course. Koyan's finally got a bad deal, it would seem. You know, I didn't notice it before, but this whole place feels weirdly unpleasant. Something about it reminds me of the levels of the underworld. What was Tapu studying here? Oh, right. I still haven't told you, have I? In the Magecraft world, there's something known as Mystic Eyes. Mystic Eyes let their bearers see the flows of many things, including magical energy, time, and fortune. But one of the rarest kinds of the Mystic Eyes are death perception. They are rather extraordinary phenomena, which allow their bearers to perceive death in other beings, and cause it to occur, regardless of what form of life those beings may be, which is what Shiki has. Weak though they are. There is one being in this lost belt who does possess such mystic eyes. Tapu. Tapu has the mystic eyes of perceiving death. Death perception. Really? Even though there might be subpar, but he's got mystic eyes? Interesting. I see. Oh well, who cares? Mystics are wasted on Dinos, no matter what they are, what kind they are. Eyes like that would be more a burden than a blessing to a species incapable of mustering the will to live. To fight. More importantly... Hold up. What's going on? Why am I getting these kinds of readings from the third stratum? Have you sensed something, young miss? You seem far more disturbed than I would expect from a foreign god. It's the Ashamet. A whole bunch of them are making their way to the third stratum. I think they're planning to surround Chichen Itza. I see. With Kukalan off accompanying Dark, Chichen Itza has been left largely defenseless. This must be the perfect opportunity for Tez. While we do owe Chichen Itza a death for providing us food and accommodations, that was back when you still had amnesia. Any battle between the Dinos and the Ocelot is no longer any part of our concern. You are, as you should well understand now, the foreign god. So I urge you to save your strength for the upcoming Chronicle of History, and refrain from any rash behavior. So Olga Marie's detecting the Ashamet advancing. Now that's a big one. Whatever that is. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Eight's fucking parts. God damn it. You know what? Since it's a talking bit, fuck it. I'll start at least one. And then as soon as I get to a bit that uses AP, I guess I'll just save it for Friday. Back through the desert. I can't believe that sun's about to explode. In 10 days, huh? That Machalin's gonna be destroyed regardless of what David or T do. I'm so sorry. I kept that from you on purpose. Admittedly, in part because it has nothing to do with proper human history. But I also didn't want you simply seeing us as a species doomed to immediate extinction. You don't have to apologize, Tapu. You did what you did, let us interact with you and the Dinos more than normal. Much more normally than we would have if we known your time was limited. In fact, to be honest, I feel like you've got us proper human history folks beat down, hands down. You Dinos really are both incredibly intelligent and ethical. I can't imagine another intelligent species that could so calmingly know that their sun was about to explode. That could be so calm, yet none of you have so much as raised your voices, to say nothing of rioting and looting. And I don't like this. If they can't possibly save themselves, shouldn't they be spending their last days checking stuff off their bucket lists or something? Anyway, now that we know what David's up to and what he plans to do it, there's no point in sticking around Michalin any longer. Michital, whatever. We need to hurry back to Chichen Itza and ask the King of Dinosaurs for help. Whether we capture David while he's still in Mexico City, or whether we set up a dragon net for him in the Third Underworld during his pilgrimage. We're going to need the Dinos' help. Right. Not to mention, we should be able to see Olga Marie again in Chichen Itza, too. Whatever business she had that took her back to the First Stratum is bound to be done by now. Did we not tell her? Mesh, I don't think she's... Kirillite, Dark, do you read me? I know you're on the Fifth Stratum. Are you guys okay? Oh, yes. Kodak. The field team is fine. We're on our way back to Chichen Itza now. Is something wrong? I'm not sending any hostiles in our vicinity. Not there. Here. A huge Oshmilit army has Chichen Itza surrounded. Somehow they made it past the warrior Dinos guarding the plains, and now they're infiltrating the city proper. It'll be all out war soon. Get back to the border ASAP. We can't hold out on our own for long. What? Don't be ridiculous, you fools! You're not fighters, you're basically just porters who can carry a lot! Who can lift a lot! You can't be serious about going to defend the border! Wait! Stop! The border's armor will hold out for a while! Oh, is that the fucking soccer team? Oh no! You don't have to go out and fight! Wait for Dark to get back! Go on, Seventh, stop them! You're their brother, they'll listen to- No, not you too! There you go. We can last maybe half a day. We need you guys back as fast as you can. Over and out. Master! Full speed to Chichen Itza! And the Oshmilit attacking! Ah! There's just so fucking many of them. Even with the latest weaponry, it takes 30 of us to take down one Dinos. I can't believe this. No matter, we have control of the entrance now. Squads 4 through 8, go clear the southern area. Squads 9 through 17, focus on the warrior Dinos returning from the plains. Kill every single one you see! Tez, our lord, requires as many hearts as we can bring him! Remember, we're doing this all for our son, and to make Mexico City our eternal home and capital! Oh, these poor fucking fools. They think that their ritual is reviving the sun, but no, they're reviving ORT instead. Nice work, Colin. I came along because I care about you, but I guess you don't need me watching, do you? Please, Tez, your presence is a tremendous boost to our warriors' morale. The joy, their fear, the pain they suffer in death. It's all an offering to you and your greatness. We will kill them all. Women, children, those who defy us, and those who don't. All of them. This is our holy Zikyok, whatever the fuck that says. Our final flower war to eradicate the Dinos. Ha! Did you say Zokyota? Whatever that's, whatever the fuck that fucking word is pronounced as. That takes me back to the good old Aztec days of capturing slaves. Who taught you that word? Tolik! If she did a damn fine job raising you. Or maybe it just popped out without you knowing what it means? Without you realizing what destiny has given you? Lord Tez? Don't worry about that. Just something I'm personally looking forward to. You just need to stick to your role. But let me kill the lizards on the main street. I was just going to keep being an arms dealer until everything was said and done. But seeing all these Oshulette dies got my blood pumping. Consider this my payment for all their wasted lives. I'm gonna show you all how a true Jaguar warrior, a true Oshulette fights. Well then. So the attack on Chichen Itza has begun. That's only a 5. Let me guess, I'm playing as Tez and I'm fucking slaughtering people. Hey, you know what? It's 5. Nah, maybe I'll wait on that. Alright, so the attack on Chichen Itza has begun. The majority of the remaining Dinos kind are here in this city, so we're facing even further genocide in this place. Fun times! Fun times. Oh yeah, that reminds me. No, not that one. Not that one either. Fuck, I pricked the wrong thing again. That reminds me, how many days until all the free ley lines disappear? 16 days, so a little more than 2 weeks. Alright. Well, I got a little bit further than I intended. You know what? Let's do this. Just to wrap it up, I'm gonna see. Okay, apparently statues are as a fucking shopkeeper. Alright, let me do one of each to see if I get anyone new here. Nope. If we get anyone new, I'll witness it. Okay, we got something new. Alright, we'll wrap it up with the new Valentine. Who's it gonna be? Who's the new person? Oh, okay. Ah, the Valkyries in their swimsuits, huh? Hmm.
まあ製造時期は一緒だし、そこは気にしなくてもいいんだけど。そうじゃなくてね、もうダメなんだよ。わからないかな。ヒルドこそ頑固が過ぎます。個体傾向の範囲を逸脱しかねない頑固ぶりですよ。
Valorance parameters, what?
それ胸に手を当てて言える？それは確かに。
Oh, hold on. Can you tell me what you're arguing about?
あ、マスター、いいところに。あのさ、ちょうどいいから聞いてよ、もう。エルンたらね。
Refuses to read.
ずるいです、ヒルド。それを言うなら私だって、言いたいことがあったりなかったりします。ないならないでいいんじゃないの？
Why did you just not say that? What?
ヒルド。冗談冗談。まあでもこの話はもうおしまいだよ。もうバレンタイン期間だよね。それでしかも目の前にマスターがいるんだよ。これはもう時間切れ。渡しちゃう他にないんじゃないかな。
Fucking Hilder.
それはそうです。
She is?
私の負けです、ヒルド。よしよし、エルンってばかわいいな。私たち根っこは同じなんだから、勝ちも負けもないんだよ。
Is that how it works?
私の言い分が勝ったように見えてもね、結局のとこ私たちみんなの勝ちなんだからさ。
Goddamn hive mind with most of these Valkyries.
そうですね。では切り替えて行動に移ります。今ですよね。
I
とい
appreciate
うことですので、マスター。
I appreciate these are all voiced. Honestly, these are nice little bits. Okay, yes? Just throws fucking chocolate at me or whatever the Valentine present is. Oh, okay, magic. Oh yeah, we're at the beach.
まずは成功です。こうしてルーンで周囲に幻を展開しつつ、改めてマスター。
Yeah, to create an all fucking illusion field just to give me a fucking chocolate grenades. That's fucking hilarious. Grenade shaped chocolates. That's fucking funny.
はい、チョコです。これだけだとあまり可愛くないかもなので、リボンをつけた方がと主張していたのですが、でもヒルドの言う通り、こうしてマスターにお会いした以上は機会逃さずお渡しすることこそ寛容です。ですのですみません、リボンないですけど。はいはい、しょげないしょげない。もうエルン、落ち着いて。ほらよく見なさいな。せっかくの機会なんだから、贈るものはできる限り可愛く飾ってあげたい。その気持ちはわかるよ。本当にわかる。だって私もそう思うもの。でもね、リボンあったら確かにね、パッと見で可愛さは上がるけどね。でもその代わりにね、グレネードってネタがさ、かすんじゃうんだ。これにリボンつけたらパッと見なんだかよ
If
く
you
わか
put a
らないと
ribbon on
思
a
わない？
bunch of grenades, you wouldn't know what to make of them. Ah, interesting way to put it. They got a little she shell looking on the one though.
それはそうですね。ね、そうでしょ。それはそう。あれれ、 見ればわかりそうなものなのに、私ヒルドと口論するぐらいまで。
Hmm.
あれ、情報同期しないまま考え込んでいた。そんなことはないのに。あれれ
Ruined having
マルキュ
malfunctions.
ーレとして私もしかして機能不全を。違うかどうかはお父様がいないからわからないけど、心配いらないよエルン。スルーズもオルトリンでも大体そういう感じだもの。
Hmm.
だから平気。リンドたちも多分そう。今頃似たような感じになってると思う。
Now this makes me want to see the other scenes because I know all the Valkyrie sisters are unique. Too bad we only had one of them.
そうなのですか。ふっふっふ、そうなのですよ。あんまりピンとこないけど。
Hmm.
戦乙女は繊細だからね。いろんな挙動が起きたりもするってこと。ヒルドお姉さんも鼻が高いよ。うんうん、大人になってきちゃったね。
You're a real adult now. Yeah, okay, Hilda.
何ですかその言い方。真っ赤になっちゃって可愛いんだ。ヒルド姉様だって可愛いところ知ってるんですから私。
Hmm.
って姉様呼び出てるしエルン。昨べのヒルド姉様、情報同期しないまま食堂で夜明かししてましたよね。
And now we're going.
え、
Eh?
それってつまりガチ勢英霊の皆さんと
The hardcore heroic spirits? What?
確かに話し込んではいたけど、それだけだよ。
I couldn't catch what was said after, so doesn't that mean? What was that last part?
聞かなくてよろしい。
Hmm.
聞こえない聞こえない。
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
マスターは聞こえてない。
Hmm.
それでいいよね。
Please don't cover my ears so close.
あ、ヒルド姉様アプローチすっご。じゃなくてお姉様ずるい。
Now she's covered. Oh, this is fucking funny.
いやいや、ずるいとかそういうのじゃなくてね。ただね、聞こえなくていいことはね、密着じゃないですか。お姉様ったらいつからガチ
Join the hardcore game.
やっぱりヒルドお姉様、今日という日に何か特別な。そういうことはないと。ないと思う。
They is confused very much. Very much confused. Valkyria very confused. Alright, let me just grab all that crap. There's gonna be another fucking thing in itself, me going through the ones that I haven't got yet. Well, I know I'm gonna sacrifice all those to the, fields of
ようこそ。
my craft essences. I think I'll keep that one, but all these other ones I'm getting rid of because they were from past years, and I've already gotten the ones that I want to keep. Oops, my bad. So let me just evolve. Columbus and the hard-boiled eggs that perfectly stand upright. Magic. Alright, so that one was cute, seeing how Run is. I'm getting flustered that fucking easy.
そろそろクエス
Alright. So this is where we put a pin on it with the fake ghost stuff for now. Did get one section done. Well, technically two. With Chichen Itza. Ah! I'll probably be working a little more on that Valentine event. On the off, just grinding up because there's some stuff that I still need to grab. But
誰からのチョコレ
that's
ー
its
ト
own
なん
thing.
で
In
しょうか
fact, what I got left in the points, I'm a little over halfway
ナー
there.
サリーさんとジャンヌリリーさんがいらっしゃトナカイさん
And then with the store itself, there's a lot of stuff that I kind of want to grab.
クリスマスで
More
な
the
くても
materials than
バレンタイン
anything.
だっておめでたいですから問題あ
Especially
り
the
ません
chains. And then probably these knights, medals, and the phoenix stuff. Yeah, those ones I don't really have a lot that I could grab. I mean, I'll probably grab some anyway, but I'll focus more on the other stuff that needs it. Like these hero crystals, meteor fuse, and probably this one's. Good time to grind what you can with these events. Definitely need more certain materials than anything else. Not that I haven't been grabbing any. And like I said, at some point will be, if I got time to allow, probably have a thing focused on getting as many Valentines that I still don't have as possible. That said, I still gotta figure out what the hell,
こちらではチョコをお渡しできますよ皆様ふるってご参加くださいね
oh, so it's like a chosen, but there's one that's specifically like one guy and the other one specifically not? Okay.
ついに来てしまい
We
ましたね
got quite a few that I haven't really
ここ
done
は
yet.
戦乙女の最前線
Some of them look interesting.
ワルキューレさんたちでは
Frozen sports drinks. But either case, like I said, that'll be it for now. Fako will be continued to work on Friday. That is the plan anyway. As for later today, more... let me see here. Yeah, later in a little bit, I'm going to do more MS Saga, working on that. And then I intend to do some Assassin's Creed Odyssey later. Probably after dinner, but we'll see what happens. Either way, thanks people for coming by, at least saying hello. I do appreciate it. Have a good morning, evening, afternoon, whatever goddamn times you guys are in. And we'll see you again next time, whenever the hell I stream. So bye-bye, have a wonderful time. We'll see you later.